for semester tests. Part 2, at a local national park, the park ranger decided they want to extend a wooden walkway through the forest to encourage people to stay on the path. The existing walkway is 150 feet. So there is already 150 feet long. The park ranger believed that they can build the additional walkway at a rate of 5 feet per hour. So that's 5 times the number of hours. Okay? How many total feet of walkway will there be after the ranger worked for 5 hours? Oh, that's easy. My boys. Oh no, sorry. Oh no. Anyways, 5 times 5 is 25. How many total, here's the word, how many total feet of walkway? So they built 25 feet in 5 hours, but there's already 150 feet of walkway over here, plus 150 feet of walkway, which would be 175. So you say, how many feet? How many total feet of walkway? The total feet of walkway (175 feet). 175 feet is the total feet of walkway after the park ranger worked 5 hours. Okay? Write an equation. Write an equation here. It tells you that you can use to determine the amount of time the ranger needs to build a total of 550 feet. Total of 500 feet of walkway. Then determine the value of the variable that will make the equation true. Okay, so we know we need it equals to 500 because they want total walkway of 500. Okay, so we know that they already have 150 feet there plus 5 feet for however many hours they do to make 500 minus 150. This is our equation. That's one answer to this question here. Minus 150. 5h equals to 350. Divide by 5, divide by 5. H is equal to 70. 70, H stands for H equals to hours. So 70 hours will determine the value that make the equation true. 70 hours. Okay? So the ranger would need to work 70 hours. The ranger would need to work 70 hours to make a total of 500 feet of walkway. Okay, long walkway. Alrighty, write an equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, slope-intercept form is y equals to mx plus b. That's slope-intercept form. for this here. Y equals to mx plus b. Okay, let's look at this. Can we find b? Y-intercept. Yep, there's b right here. Y-intercept is at 60. So we can replace b with 60. B equals to 60. So 60 here plus, and I can find slope. I'm going to use this one here, right there. So I'm going to use 0, 60, and 148. I can find slope. I'm going to put my answer here. Y equals to mx plus b. B we know is 60 plus, and I'm going to use find slope here. M equals to 48 minus 60, y2 minus y1. M equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 over 1 minus 0. So that gives me 12, negative 12 over a positive 1. So my slope is negative 12. Oh, so M here I put negative 12. Y equals to negative 12x. Now, if you want to use point slope, you can to come to the same answer. But once you have here the critical y-intercept, you do not have to use point slope. You just identify the b. Okay, identify the b, and then find the slope and substitute it in, and that's your answer. Much, much easier. Like this one, they got the y-intercept here. Okay, this is only, you don't, because we have the y-intercept, you do not have to use point slope. The y-intercept here is at 0, so b is at 0. And we can find slope. Remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so I'm going to use 0, 0, and I'm going to use 5, 50. 5 and 50. So I'm going to use 0, 0, and 5 and 50. No, it's 10, silly. It's 10. It's counting by 10. Sorry, you guys. It's 10. So y2 minus y1, so equals to 50 minus 0 over x2, 10 minus 0. Slope is 50 over 10, which reduced to a positive 5. That doesn't look right. It did something wrong. Aha! I was right the first time, that's why. 5, 5. The reason how I knew I was wrong is because this is, the slope here is 220. 20 over 2, which is 10, and 50 over 5 is still 10, and I keep getting 5. I know it's wrong. So, oh my goodness, 5 was right the first time, you guys. Oh my God, huh, Miss Wilcox? I tell you, you're frustrated with me, I'm frustrated with myself worse. My slope is 10. So you need to know when your answer doesn't look right, you need to know to check back. Slope is very important. Slope is 10. So I'm going to use slope intercept. Y equals to mx plus b. So y equals to m. In place of m, I put 10. X and b is 0. Or I can just write that. That's good too. Same thing. Okay? If you get confused by this, you can always use point slope, which is a lot of work, but comes out to the same answer. Graph the following. Okay, that wasted about 3 minutes of long work. That's so sad. Anyways, here I'm going to try to find my ordered pair, -10, and let's find y. -10, if x is -10 minus 4, absolute value of -10 is a +10 minus 4, so y is a 6. Okay? Absolute value of 1 minus 4, I'm substituting in here. Absolute value of 1 is a 1 minus 4 is a -3. So my ordered pair is 1, -3. This one here and this answer here. Absolute value of 0 minus 4. Absolute value of 0, 0 minus 4 is a -4. So absolute value is 0, -4. Absolute value -1 minus 4. Absolute value -1 is a +1 minus 4 is a -3. -1, -3. Positive absolute value of 10 minus 4. So absolute value of 10 is still a +10 minus 4, which is 6. 10 and 6. Okay, here we go. Okay, -10. I don't even have a -10 here. Sorry, you guys. 7, -7, -8, -9, -10. Go up to 6 right there. 1, -3. 1, 2, 3. 0, -4 right now. -1, -3. -1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 10, always 7, 8, 9, 10. And 6 over here. Oh, right there. Line up exactly with this one here. So you draw it, and it should make a nice V shape, like that. Okay, state the domain. Domain, remember, is X, range is Y. Okay, we got a graph all going in this direction. So we got a range. This direction is the variable y. So the range is y. So range is -4. It starts right here. That's a -4. -4 and larger. So range is it's greater than -4 and larger. Range is, you say, all numbers, actually you say all real numbers greater than 4. Greater than or equal to -4. It's -4 right here. Right here. I'll highlight a different color right here. The range is right there, -4, where it starts, and it goes up. The graph keeps going up and higher from there. Okay? Oh, I don't know why I had that on the whole time. Now, domain then is just all real numbers. Okay? One of them is all real numbers. Domain is all real numbers. Okay? Now sketch a is this graph a function? Why or why not? It's a function because the vertical line, if you remember about the vertical line test, the vertical line only passes through that red graph once anywhere. Okay, so the vertical line only passes it once. Is the graph a function? this graph is a function because the vertical line test, put a vertical line and test it out, vertical line test, only pass the graph one time or just once. Okay? Sketch a graph that's not a function. Oh, you can draw anything. Here's a graph that's not a function, S-shape, because if you draw a vertical line through it, it passes 1, 2, 3 times. You can only go through it once. Okay, you can draw a circle, pass it twice. You can draw this shape, pass it twice. Okay, so I'll stick to my S shape. Not a function because if you draw in a vertical line, it passes the graph more than one time. Not a function, it says explain why. Not a function because the vertical line test pass the graph more than time. Pass the graph more than once. Than one time. Okay? This one. Least common denominator, guys. Least common denominator is 9. Times by 9. Times here by 9. Cancels out. That leaves it a 1. 1 times anything is itself. So that leaves you 3f minus 5. Times this by cross cancel. That's a 3. 3 times this negative right here equals to a negative 3 times 4f, that's inside, plus 5. Okay, that distribute, that's negative 12f minus 15. And negative times a positive is this negative. And 3f minus 5. Get rid of the smallest one. The smallest variable is a negative 12, so I add 12. F, and that gives me 15f minus 5 equals to negative 15. Add 5, add 5. 15f equals to negative 10. Divide by 15, divide by 15. F equals to negative 2 over 3. You cannot divide this because the numerator is smaller. You leave it like that. You just reduce the fraction by dividing by 5, and that's your answer. Oh, here, we haven't done this for a while. Find the x and y intercept of the graph. Okay, find the x and y intercept. Now, on the test, remember that one problem I gave you on Alejandro and him working at the theater, finding the x and y intercept and finding what it means? That will be on the test again, okay? Graph it using the x and y intercept, theater and the mowing the lawn. I believe that's the question on one of the tests. I need to put that one on again. Okay. Finding the x and y intercept. Find the x-intercept first. X-intercept. That means y is 0. X-intercept means y is 0, and 8 times 0 is 0, so that doesn't exist. So you will need 3x, 2x equals to 24. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. X is equal to negative 12. The x-intercept is at negative 12, which is right here. Or 0, 12, negative 12, 0. Basically, that's the coordinate. Okay, the y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept I'm going to erase up here. And the y-intercept is this one here. That means the x is 0. 0 times negative 2 is 0, so that eliminates that. So the y-intercept is negative 8y equals to negative 24. Divide by negative 8, divide by negative 8. Y equals to a positive 3. So y positive 3 is up here. Yeah. Right there. And they say find and graph. Well, there's go our graph. Perfect. That's the easy one. That's it, right?